Welcome back to the Division 2 Maintenance Edition. For some reason, this game has got even worse than whatever has been in the past. I don't know why they're doing this. They're not addressing anything. They're not telling us what's going on or anything like that. There's random gameplay in the background, but just to let you guys know, I do have some very interesting content coming. We're going to have one talking about the exotics of Season 3 because I've now hit Tier 100 in the season. And we are also going to have some of the group play from our very first Summit playthrough, because I know a lot of you on the channel like it when me and the lads are having a laugh and messing around and getting angry at stuff in the game. So what I'm doing is working on like a mini sort of series where you'll see our first playthrough, and that will be coming to the channel very soon. But I'd like to talk to you in this video about their maintenances, because they are literally just throwing them out there with absolutely no reasoning behind it, no explanation as to what's happening. And just put it this way, there has been 4 maintenances, or well, 3 completed, 1 upcoming, and there has been at least 3 server restarts, as far as I'm aware, in the last week. So since Summit, Title Update 11 and Season 3 dropped, we have had 3 unscheduled maintenances and 3 server restarts at least. So the very first one, bearing in mind, Summit dropped on the 22nd of September. And these unscheduled maintenances, or even the maintenance notes, are always written by someone, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce his name right, but I'm going to say UB or Lucipus or something like that. I mean, it really does sound weird saying Lucipus or Lucipus. Just, we'll go with Lucipus. Oh no, fuck it, we'll go with UB Lucy, because it just sounds weird every single time I say it. But UB Lucy posted on the 24th, so this was 2 days after. The servers will be shut down for unscheduled maintenance tomorrow on Thursday, September the 24th. We have maintenance notes for a couple of these, but there is a 3-hour downtime. And this was at 8:30 in the morning, so this is normally the updates that would happen on, like the maintenance that would happen on a Tuesday to refresh everything in the season and stuff. Well, I say that, they always have the season ready a couple of hours before they do their maintenance, and they do maintenance for whatever reason, but they had a 3-hour downtime on Thursday, September the 24th, that fixed an issue preventing players from acquiring the exotic chest Ridgeway's Pride. And just to let you guys know, if, let's say for example, there are 4 of you that play in a group. If one of you has completed the project you need to, and you've obtained the Ridgeway's Pride chest, what you can do is go and play through for targeted loot chests. If you get an exotic, because you've done the project, you can actually get that from the standard general exotic loot pools. You can drop it for your friends. So not everyone actually has to go through and grind Summit doing those projects and stuff, because you can drop that chest for other players. But as well as that, they fixed an issue with Stranded Tanker, the mission in New York, that basically progression blocker. The big flame hose at the end wasn't working properly. I have heard since then several times that it's still not fixed fully. But then moving on the 25th, they put out another sort of update. I don't know if this was actually downtime for the game. But what they did was the free weekends. They normally put them out with their new title updates, or the major ones, so not like a 10.1, 11.1. It'll be with like title update 10 or title update 11. But what they do is they put out a free weekend so the new players can try the game, see if they like it, and then eventually go on to buy it. With this free weekend, they messed up and they made it into a free trial, so those players were only able to access the game for 8 hours. After the 8 hours, it bugged out and basically you can't play anymore. But on the 25th, they put a fix for PC. They deployed a fix for PC, and they had a fix for PS4 in the works, but there wasn't a current ETA, and Xbox wasn't affected. But then what they did, or actually no, I think that was the 24th it messed up, or it might even been the 25th, but then later on that day, or something like that, they put the servers down for an unscheduled maintenance on PS4 only for an hour, so PlayStation 4 have had an hour maintenance. And that was to fix the issue that prevented players from accessing or continuing the free weekend due to trial version restrictions applying. Then what they did was yesterday, so the 28th of September, they put the servers for PS4 only. They did another unscheduled maintenance that lasted an hour. But with this one, they had absolutely no planning ahead of time. They posted it up on their Twitter account 5 minutes before this maintenance started. And this was apparently at 9 AM in the morning, like UK time, 9 AM on the 28th of September. They put the PlayStation servers down for an hour. Absolutely no explanation as to what is going on. but it was PS4 only, so it might have been something still messing up with the free weekend. There could have been a bug or something like that. There wasn't a reason stated as to why they've done that, but now we also have the typical weekly maintenance on a Tuesday. So this is the 4th maintenance within the matter of a week. And they've also been doing unscheduled server restarts with no explanation, nothing on their Twitter. Absolutely no description to why the servers are restarting. And it's just shortly after they release the summit. And for those of you that don't know, if you make it to floor 100 in the summit and something goes wrong, you Delta error, there's a server restart. If you are disconnected, you travel back to Haven, you log out, anything like that, from floor 100 you are forced back to 91, even if it's not your fault. That actually happened to us with one of the server restarts. Floor 100 back down to 91. I know players that went from 96 to 91, 98 to 91. A lot of progress has been lost due to these server restarts, and we haven't had any talk about it ahead of time saying we're going to restart our servers. They don't restart the servers all the time. They've only just started doing it recently since Summit come out. I don't think we had many server restarts before that within the gap of TU10 and TU11. But this maintenance is coming at 8:30 in the morning, so from me recording this, not sure when the video will be uploaded, but from me recording this, that's 5.5 hours time. It's currently 3 AM, so in 5.5 hours time, servers are going down for 3 hours. Maintenance notes: fixed an issue that caused the manhunt cutscene to play on a loop. So anyone that's still having that problem, it's taken them a week, but it's finally should be fixed. Because they had apparently done some other unscheduled maintenance to try and fix that. Or something like that. There's been talks of that being fixed, but it wasn't actually fixed. So now they're saying that they're going to fix it again. They're finally fixing the issue a week later that prevented the shade level from appearing on Keena's watch in the inventory screen. So it's just had the red watch exclamation mark in the top left corner of that box. They're finally fixing that, so you'll see your shade level. It should work as intended, basically. They fixed an issue with the pistolero directive that caused agents to stay at 0 ammo when entering the DZ from a checkpoint. That is not the only issue with these directives. The armor break one, I think is called fragile armor. That one isn't actually applying the armor breaks. I had a UI bug. Basically, I couldn't see if I had an armor break, although I did have one, because my armor would never go back to full. So there's a lot more stuff they need to do with directives, although that's the only thing they're doing. When you enter the DZ from a checkpoint, your ammo would normally stay at 0, they're fixing that. They've also fixed an issue that caused some recalibrated weapons to show 16.1% damage. It wasn't that they were showing 16.1, they actually had the benefit of the buff of the 1.1%. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I have a very, very bad feeling that they're going to mess it up and it's going to break something else within the game so that your weapons won't even have 15% weapon damage if they're maxed out. Then they fixed an issue that made the inventory screen invisible for some players. That was happening during the PTS and that was supposed to be fixed before it got implemented into the live build. But they've obviously messed up somewhere and there's still invisible screens for some players, so they're having to fix that. They fixed an issue that caused control point alert level indicators to not appear on the global map. If you are playing, you've got Warlords of New York, you're a level 40 character, you can see at the top left corner of your screen what your global difficulty is on. That is what changes the difficulty of the control points. So if you're on normal, it's a level 1 control point. If you're on heroic, it's a level 4. So you shouldn't even need to look at your global map to see the difficulty of these control points. They don't level up like they used to. They just basically tie in to the difficulty you have your global settings on. So that's, I mean, they're fixing it, so it's a nice touch that they're actually fixing something, but there's always the chance they'll break something else, and it's something that's not actually important. How about going through and fixing the progression blockers that are still in the summit and still very, very prevalent? How about going and fixing the bug that's still in the game with skills not being able to be used? I was trying to get myself up to tier 100 in the season, I was running American History Museum on Heroic with Compete and Lewis, and we was doing it with 4 directives on because that skill one's pointless. We were running that, and throughout, I think it was American History Museum, you do the outside part with the Chunguses on Invaded, you go into the building, and as soon as we got into the building, I couldn't use my shield on my survivability build, and throughout the rest of the mission, I couldn't use my shield at all. So I was running without my protection on my survivability build because of a bug that doesn't allow you to use your skills. It's happened with the shield, it's happened with turrets, it happens with drones, it happens all the time, and they don't bother paying attention to it, let alone fixing it, or even trying to fix it. But what I'm saying from that is they should basically start looking at the things that are affecting players in bigger variety and things that are physical, not just UI related. And then they fixed incorrect PvP shield damage modifiers for Crusader, Reflector and Striker variants. They will now take appropriate damage in PvP. So there has been a lot of glitches, bugs and exploits and stuff in PvP. When they say PvP, I'm not sure if they mean Conflict or the Dark Zone, because normally they specify normally whether it's DZ or not, and they haven't said it. But apparently the shields weren't taking the appropriate damage, so I'm guessing everyone basically had some form of a glitch happening where they weren't taking damage with their shields. So like a defense glitch, because obviously a damage glitch, you output more damage. Defensive glitch, you're not going to take as much damage because something glitches within your defensive abilities. But that's supposedly being fixed now as well. So that's all the notes and stuff, but this is only a week after the summit has released. They've done several server restarts, several unscheduled maintenances, with one of them only being stated on their Twitter 5 minutes before it happens. There is a lot going wrong with this game at the moment, and it's not looking good. It is getting worse and worse every single day. We're just seeing more and more rubbish put out by these developers, and it's incredibly annoying. For an example, like I've literally just gone back to their Twitter. 8 hours ago, they tweeted out, "Agents, the first target of the Season 3 Manhunt is available. Take on Shade today and benefit from the final day of our double XP week." It's not a double XP week, because double XP doesn't last the entire week. It lasts for 15 levels regardless of when you play the game. And they're only just announcing the Shade is available on the last day she's available to take on. And I looked through their Twitter, and there is absolutely nothing else saying that Shade is now available to be taken down. They normally state when these rogue agents or whatever, when the manhunt targets are available. But they didn't do anything until the final day. Something is going on within Massive Entertainment, and they are so behind on every piece of work. Absolutely everything they are slacking with, and it's bad. If you're wanting to promote a new agent, a new manhunt target, if you're wanting to promote that, do it on the day of release, not the day it's ending. But I don't know, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, because I don't think these unscheduled maintenance and server restarts are over, and I don't think they will be anytime soon. I think it's actually going to be a laugh watching State of the Game, when that happens, because there's so many things going wrong in this game right now. The exotics are the most underwhelming pieces of shit I've seen in a long time on this game, and I'm going to be talking about them and putting my opinions out there and what I think should be done to them, because they need reworking desperately. There is absolutely no benefit to using any of them at all. But that's me done for the video. Let me know everything in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.